Welcome back to the podcast.
Hi everyone, let's learn some English.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to my English channel, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily, and I'm so happy you're listening at home, at work, or even on the bus today. It's great to be here with you. I'm feeling very good today. The sun is shining, I have my tea, and I'm ready to chat with you. But I have to say, I'm feeling a little nostalgic right now. Nostalgic is a big word, but it simply means thinking about the past and remembering old memories. I think many of us feel nostalgic sometimes, especially at this time of year. One year has just finished and a new year is starting. This is a special moment. It's the perfect time to look back at the last 12 months and think about what happened. We call this reflection. We reflect on the year and think about both the good things and the difficult things. Before we start, I have a small request for you. If you enjoy learning English with us, please click the subscribe button. It really helps our channel grow. Also, click the like button and share this podcast with friends who want to learn English. Thank you so much. Now, let's talk about the year. When I think about last year, the first thing that comes to my mind is time. The year went incredibly fast. January feels like it was just yesterday. I remember last New Year's Day very clearly. I was with my family and we ate a big dinner together. But now a whole year has passed and it makes me wonder where the time went. Time really flies when we are busy. Last year I was very busy. I worked a lot, traveled a little, and spent time with friends. That's probably why the year felt so fast. For me, some months felt fast and others felt slow. February felt very slow because it was cold and rainy, and I stayed inside. But summer went by so quickly because I had so much fun. I went to the beach, I went hiking, and I really enjoyed myself. Fun times always seem to pass quickly. Now let's practice using the past simple to talk about last year. One big thing I did last year was visiting my sister. She lives in Canada, so I traveled there in August. It was beautiful, and we saw mountains and lakes together. I didn't see a bear, thankfully, but I did see a moose, which was very exciting. Traveling to Canada was the best memory of my year. It was truly special. A new hobby? Yes, really. I started playing the guitar last year. It sounds impressive, but I wasn't very good at first. I practiced a lot though, and I really enjoyed it. I even took online lessons. I bought my guitar in March and practiced every week. It was hard at the beginning and my fingers hurt a lot, but now I can play 3 simple songs and I feel proud of that. So yes, we really did things last year. I traveled, I played music, and we can talk about these finished actions using the past simple because that year is over and those days are gone. But we can also use the present perfect to connect the past to now. For example, I have learned a lot this year. The learning happened before, but it still matters today. I have made new friends this year, met many interesting people, and recorded many podcasts. We have helped many students, and that is something I truly feel proud of. Looking back is not only about events, it's also about changes. For me, I think I have become calmer. I used to feel stressed, but this year I practiced yoga and I've been doing it for 6 months now. I feel much better. I changed my routine and my feelings. I also noticed another change. I became more adventurous with food. Before I only ate simple things like pizza or sandwiches. But this year I tried new food. I ate sushi and spicy curry. My stomach was surprised sometimes, but I enjoyed it. Trying new things makes life more exciting. This brings me to a big question about the year. What was the biggest lesson I learned last year? I had to think about it carefully, but I found my answer. My biggest lesson was this: rest is productive. I like to work and stay busy, and before I felt guilty when I stopped. But last year I became exhausted and had to slow down. When I rested, slept more, and took breaks, I realized I worked better later. Rest helps my brain and energy. Rest is not doing nothing. Rest prepares you to do good work. That lesson changed how I live. I even take naps now. Another big lesson I learned was about friendship. Good friends are like family, especially when life is difficult. Last year, during a hard week when my car broke down and I was sick, my family was far away. I felt alone, but my friends supported me, and that showed me how important they are. That was such a painful time, honestly. But my friends were incredible. They brought me soup, drove me to the doctor, and called me every single day just to check on me. In that moment, I truly felt cared for and supported. That experience made me realize something very important. Friends are not only there for fun or laughter. They are there to support you, to protect you, and to take care of you when life becomes difficult. We choose our friends, and over time they become our family. Because of that, I learned to appreciate them more. I told them thank you many times because we cannot live completely alone. We need people. Looking back, Paul learned the value of rest, and I learned the value of friendship. These lessons may sound simple, but they are powerful. And we learned them through real experiences, both good and bad. The tired days taught me to slow down and rest. The sick days taught me how important friends truly are. Sometimes the hardest moments in life become our best teachers even when we don't realize it at first. That is why we should not regret the past. Regret means wishing something never happened. But instead of regret, we can choose to see lessons. If you learned something even from a mistake, then it was not wasted. I made many mistakes while learning the guitar, but I kept trying, and now I can play 3 songs. So we reflected, we looked back, and now the old year feels complete, like a door gently closing behind us. When I think about the new year now, I feel ready. I have my lessons. I have more energy because I rest better, and I feel excited about new adventures waiting ahead of me. I feel that same excitement. I want to make new friends, continue practicing yoga, and of course, record many more podcasts. And I know our listeners have their own stories and lessons too. Maybe you learned how to cook. Maybe you learned a new skill. And if you are listening to this, you learned English this year. That is a huge achievement, and you should feel proud of yourself. Learning a language takes time, but you are doing it step by step, day by day. And we are here with you. This conversation felt warm and real, like a chat between friends, because that is exactly what it was. Before we say goodbye, we have a question for you. In the comments, tell us the biggest lesson you learned last year. Use the past simple or the present perfect. We love reading your answers. Thank you so much for listening today. Please subscribe my English channel, share this episode, and keep reflecting, learning, and growing. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.